Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. Huge news today on EIDL repayments. We've even heard a few new updates from the SBA this morning. I'll fill you in on the latest there, plus other big news, more on the fallout of FTX and crypto, including an apology from YouTuber Meet Kevin in the Wall Street Journal, and the latest on Elizabeth Holmes' 11-year sentence. She was sentenced on Friday for the Theranos fraud. Some good news for small businesses ahead of Small Business Saturday. So let's get into it, and thanks for subscribing, turning on alerts, and giving this video a like. Let's try to get to 3,000 likes. And if you are one of the 4 million EIDL borrowers, would love to hear in the comments if you are going to take advantage of this new repayment option. And like I said, there's new information we've just heard from the SBA, and we'll try to have someone from the SBA on a YouTube live in the next couple days. Before I get to EIDL, a quick recap on the FTX Theranos drama. Let's start with Theranos. Elizabeth Holmes, who was found guilty in January of fraud related to her company Theranos, a story which has developed over the past several years, was sentenced to 11 years in jail. This sentencing is a big deal. People weren't sure if she'd go to prison or get home arrest. A comment she made several years ago is, quote, "They don't put pretty people like me in jail." So this is a big signal for folks who are potentially growing too fast and maybe cross the line into fraud, which is what it looks like Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX has done, allegedly. It's a signal that there will be accountability if you do cross the line into criminal activity. Speaking of FTX, the fallout continues. The latest is millions of folks who've put their money into FTX are losing hope. Many worry they will never see their money again. Where the money could be and whether it will ever arrive is anyone's guess, according to the Wall Street Journal. FTX filed for bankruptcy on November 11th. John Ray took over as the company's new CEO, who said the state of the company's finances were significantly worse than Enron, and that, quote, only a fraction of FTX's digital assets have been located and secured. Determining how much cash is left has been difficult too, according to the bankruptcy filings, since FTX didn't keep an accurate list of its bank accounts. Meanwhile, this has had an impact on influencers, especially on YouTube. Many people have talked about crypto. You probably know a lot of these channels. People who've hyped various cryptocurrencies. The one they call out in this article is Kevin Paffrath from Meet Kevin. He was quoted in this article saying, "This is a scar on me as an influencer." Of course, a lot of folks were part of this ecosystem. Look at all the celebrity endorsements who pumped FTX's, other exchanges, other cryptos, and a lot of people are now seeing the truth. We'll have more on this later this week, but the point is, if it seems too good to be true, if it's growing too quickly, take a look at the fundamentals and ask yourself, does it seem legit or not? Okay, the major EIDL news, a few screenshots here. I'll link to the video above, which goes through exactly what's happened, how to log into your portal to see these changes. But the long of the short is most borrowers will have a hardship accommodation plan option if you choose to accept it, which means you can lower your payments for a period of 6 months to 10% of what you'd owe. If your monthly payments are $700, you have the option of lowering those to $70 per month for the next 6 months. The fine print is, this does not mean that any of your debt goes away. This does not change the terms of your loan. It does not change the deferment period. This just allows you to make lower payments and still stay in compliance, which may mean that you have a balloon payment at the end of your loan term. Here's an example that shows this. You can lower your payments for 6 months, pay your usual payments for 29.5 years, and then in 2050, when these 30-year loans come due, for most of you, you may have a balloon payment. So a couple points of clarification. If you have an EIDL loan of $200,000 or below, you should see this on your dashboard. You will only see this on your dashboard if your first payment is due within 60 days. That's a new piece of information we just heard from the SBA. So if your first payment is due in February, March, April, or beyond, you won't see this yet. Check back closer to your first payment date. The second piece is, even if you got a loan above $200,000, you can still be eligible for this, but you'll have to request this manually. You won't see the automatic button here on your SBA portal. Here's the latest information on the SBA website. They've just updated this. They go over the hardship accommodation plan, eligibility and enrollment, and they say if your loan amount is less than $200,000, you can enroll on your CAF's dashboard like I just showed, or if your loan amount exceeds $200,000, you need to contact your COVID-19 EIDL Servicing Center at 833-853-5638 or email disastercustomerservice@sba.gov and include hardship accommodation plan in the subject line. You will be contacted by a loan specialist regarding repayments. Again, this does nothing to eliminate your EIDL loan. It only temporarily reduces your payment amount. You still have to pay everything back and interest is still accruing. So keep those things in mind. Okay, before I wrap up with the good news for small businesses ahead of the holidays, a special note from our sponsor, our one-on-one support at helloskip.com. Huge thank you to everyone who's left us reviews. We had around 50 five-star reviews last week. It's incredible. Shout outs to Jules and Chrissy. Skip is doing God's work, insightful information. Skip is very informative. Highly recommend. Great tools for business owners. Skip is an awesome resource and so many more. If you want one-on-one help, go to helloskip.com, read those reviews, see some of our client testimonials, and consider booking a time to talk with us. If you do, use the promo code RIDERINVITE, or better yet, use the link right in the description. Again, any funding options from SBA programs, other government programs such as the SSBCI, grants, financing, or if you just want help growing your business, your website, getting more customers, getting more revenue, we'll help work on a plan with you. So go to helloskip.com/join or use the link below. Finally, the good news ahead of Small Business Saturday, more holiday shoppers will likely shop on Small Business Saturday than Black Friday this year. That's a huge deal. Here it is, a new survey from Bankrate found 59% of holiday shoppers are likely to shop on Small Business Saturday ahead of Black Friday, 56%, but behind Cyber Monday, which is 66%. In any event, we know it's a busy time for most small business owners. So we've done a couple posts on our blog, helloskip.com/blog. The first is how to use Small Business Saturday to grow your business. Go take a read through that. And the second is save time with social media scheduling apps ahead of the holiday. Again, so you don't miss out on potential customers or sales this holiday season. So that's today's news update. Thanks so much for subscribing, liking this video, and would love to hear in the comments if you are an EIDL borrower. Are you planning on taking advantage of this? Or what questions do you have? Because we're going to try to get someone from the SBA on today or tomorrow on a YouTube live. So be sure your alerts are on so we can get your questions answered directly. Most importantly, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.